John from Canada is a he and also a him most of the time, I guess, and says atheism is a religion. All right. Give us your best argument for why atheism is a religion.
Because you guys have a belief.
What's the belief? What's the belief?
You believe in your own ideas of woke. Woke is a belief system.
What is woke is?
Whoa.
Woke.
Nice.
Woke.
Man, this is going to be a very intellectually stimulating conversation. I can already tell. I'm looking forward to it. So, okay, we believe in woke. What does that mean?
Well, you believe that white people are evil, and anyone who's not a white male is good, without any reason to believe that.
Do you believe that, Johnny?
No.
Okay, I don't believe that either.
No.
So
next.
Yeah.
John, you ever watch The Family Feud? I'm just going to go 3 strikes. You're out. Sorry. What's your next one? Why else is atheism a religion?
And plus, whenever some people like me tell you the truth, you refuse it without considering or listening to the other person's perspective.
All right, let me prove you wrong. Let me think about it. Are all white guys terrible?
Well, Johnny
That's
is
what you
not.
believe.
You know, you could.
No, I considered it. Next. Oh, the other things.
Yeah.
John, I'll be honest with you. I can't tell if you're a legitimate caller or not, but I think that you've got some ideas in your head, and maybe before you conclude your conclusions, you should maybe ask some questions of us, and we'll tell you what we believe.
Yeah, I think that's a better way to do it instead of making assumptions.
Okay, fine. All right, Doug. All right, we'll do that.
Let's play that game.
Okay. All right. Do you believe that white people are the only ones who are guilty of slavery?
No. Uh-oh, John. You're in trouble now. Next question.
Okay. And do you believe that black people should be exempt from all laws?
No.
Well, you seem to, because you want to defund the police.
Oh,
I do?
So because we want to defund the police, that means we think black people should be exempt from all laws. Oh, I see that. Wait, no, I don't. That doesn't make any sense, John. What are you talking about?
Wait. I'm gonna have to get out the old magic marker, John. But I'm gonna let you talk and go ahead, answer Dan's question. I'm gonna magic marker him.
He's so excited about this marker thing, guys. He was ready for this. Anyway, John, go ahead. What else do I believe, according to you? Or ask a question, I guess.
And I suppose you also believe that abortion is a good thing, right?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, access to abortion, particularly.
Straw man.
And if I was to argue that all that is wrong, you would say that I'm wrong just because I'm wrong, right?
No, you're wrong because you made assumptions about what we believed, and we told you we didn't believe that. That's why you're wrong. Yeah. I don't think all black people should be exempt from laws, and I don't think white people are the only people who have ever done slavery. So that's something I assume you asked us because you think that's what we believe. And now that we've told you that's not what we believe, what's the point now? I mean, what do we do with this? I can give you a suggestion, John. Maybe you should change your mind. Maybe you might be wrong, and maybe you need to reconsider your position about our positions.
Yeah.
What does straw man mean?
Straw man argument is, like a scarecrow is kind of like a straw man, right? It's like when you're making an argument about somebody, but you're not being necessarily honest, or you're making claims that they don't necessarily endorse. That's a straw man. The opposite of that is called a steel man. When you're trying to build somebody else's argument, even if you don't find the conclusions valid, to be as strong as possible, to be able to be, as honest to the person who's making the claim, to be close with that as much as possible. That's steel manning. The opposite is straw manning, where you're deliberately making a case that doesn't actually represent your worldview.
Yeah, John, you've worked up in your head these ideas about who we are.
Yeah.
You have painted us in your imagination as these easy to knock down clowns. And you called us to tell us how obviously wrong we are, but then you made the mistake of actually saying what you were thinking out loud, and we disproved your notions. by saying that you were wrong. So what else do we believe that makes our non-belief in a deity a religion? Because that's what you call.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, last week I called you guys and I asked you what would convince you of God's existence. You said nothing.
I don't think that anyone said that. But I'll tell you what, because you didn't talk to me.
Yeah, you didn't talk to me either. So when you say you guys, you're literally not talking about us. So I don't even know why. I mean, like, if you want to say, yeah, another host said this, okay, another host said that. That's not me. I don't know. I'm not playing defense for every host on here, okay? Come on.
I think I was on a picnic last week and nobody asked me that question.
Yeah.
But okay, so what would cause me to change my mind about my non-belief in the existence of God? It's a trite answer. It would be sufficient evidence would convince me. Something that I would look at and I would not have an answer for, and I would probably spend many months or years or a lifetime weighing, trying to disprove, and maybe in the end it might come down to something insufficient, but it would have ruled out every other explanation. However, then I might have run into the fallacy, the argument from ignorance.
Right.
Because I couldn't think of a better explanation. But I can tell you, and this is, again, another trite answer, John, I don't know what would convince me that a God exists. But if a God exists and that God cared about my belief and wanted me to believe, that God, if it's powerful enough, could present me with evidence that would convince me.
Yeah.
And thus far, has not done so. Your call isn't helping.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you believe in separation of church and state?
Yes. It exists and it should exist.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you this other question. Do you believe that Christians are imposing their beliefs on you? Is that what you believe?
Not all of them, but some of them, yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them, yes.
How are we imposing your beliefs on you?
Well, here's a rather prosaic example of it. In Texas, you can't buy certain kinds of alcohol on Sundays.
Yep.
Why? The Jesus will cry if I get some whiskey or beer or whatever the law is on Sunday. There's no legitimate reason for that, but Christians, because it's probably not Muslims, and it's probably not Buddhists either or Zoroastrians, have enough political clout that they could force that law either through the state legislature. I'm not even sure if it's a city ordinance or whatever, but they were able to get that passed. And enough people who said, that's not a good idea, there weren't enough of them.
Here's another one. I mean, up until a couple of years ago, it was illegal to marry, have a same-sex marriage within a lot of states in the United States. And until that was overturned nationally, that was taken away. Another one is access to health care. And again, not everybody who thinks abortion is wrong is necessarily a Christian, but you have to admit the Christian right has been extremely influential in the politics of abortion, and which is why we don't have the same level of abortion access that we did a year or two ago.
Yeah. And there's a million other examples, but nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I want to tell you something. No one's stopping you from being atheist. If you want to be atheist, you can be atheist. But you can't tell Christians that they can't be Christians either, which is what you're doing.
John,
you said,
what on earth are you talking about?
Our goal isn't to tell people not.
You can believe.
Doing this show.
You can believe in the tooth fairy if you want to, John. John, I'm going to go ahead and mute you because I think something's wrong with your microphone. I'm just going to assume that something's wrong with your microphone and speaker. John, you can believe in the tooth fairy and Zarathustra and the Korean harvest goddess if you want to. You're perfectly free to do that. I don't know why you would, but we're not trying to make you stop doing it. We're trying to have conversations with people to tell them that there's not really any good reasons to believe in any of that stuff.
Yeah. You need to understand as well, John, that The reason why Christianity is as big as it was is because Christians literally went to other countries and told people they can't have the beliefs that they can have. Then they need to become Christians. And it's very funny if a Christian is coming to me and telling me, why? You can't tell people not to be Christian? Well, yeah, that's great. Guess what? This is a call-in show.
Yeah.
We don't go out. We don't evangelize. People come to us, unlike the majority of most of Christian history, who has gone to other countries and killed people and taken them into slavery because they are spreading the love of Christ.
What else you got, John?
Yeah.
So you're batting zero right now. Go on. What you got?
Are you guys aware that Christians are the ones who ended slavery?
Christians were the ones that did slavery,
Yeah.
John.
What about that?
So did everyone else. You just
So did everyone else. Oh, so it was okay when Christians owned people. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that slavery is wrong no matter who does it. It's not a question of who does slavery, it's a question of who ends slavery.
Okay, so why did Christians do it for so long? Why did it take several hundred years, several centuries after the life of Jesus Christ to finally systematically end Christianity in a Christian majority nation?
You guys fought a civil war.
Oh, a civil war.
That's right.
Mm.
That's right. And there were Christians on both sides of that conflict, right?
Yes, there were.
So and some of the southern pro-slavery Christians had Bible verses that preserved the rightness, as they might have thought of it, the right to keep slaves, right?
But there were also people in the North who were fighting to end slavery.
Yeah,
Yes.
and what we would say then, John, is that the Bible is pretty lousy at providing moral guidance.
Yeah, see, for the most of human history, actually, Christians were pretty, on the same page about not letting gay people getting married, right? Like nobody had any issues with that. But for some reason, John, I'm going to mute you. For some reason, the slavery thing, this is contentious. You know, some Christians, they can do it, some Christians not. But man, you guys are really sure that two men can't hug each other too close.
No mixed fabric.
Oh, no mixed fabric. I mean,
no shellfish.
What this is, John, this is a cultural issue. You're right. This is more than just Christians, right? Yeah. Obviously, other cultures endorsing the practice of slavery. Yeah. The point is, it was justified through Christianity. That's why it existed so long in Christian nations. And specifically in the United States, by the way. Other European nations did not have the same chattel slavery that happened here. But it doesn't matter because all the other Christian nations were doing colonizing and stuff anyway. It's not like they were blameless in their actions. But, John, I want to take a different line of approach here because I think we should probably get to the end of this call here.
Yeah, I think so.
John, we mentioned before, okay, we don't, what did you say? We don't believe black people should be exempt from all laws. We don't think all white people are evil or whatever you said. So now that we've told you about these things, have we changed your mind about our positions?
What's the question?
Question was, you made assumptions about our positions. We told you that's not what our positions are. Have you changed your mind about your initial positions?
All I'm saying is that we have to live in a beautiful...
It's a yes or no question, John.
Yeah.
Is it a yes
or no? Are there any
no?
positions are there any positions you had when you first called into the show that you now have changed as a result of learning new information from us?
As long as woke exists, the United States is under...
So, John, it sounds like you don't give a shit about what I'm saying right now and are just going to say whatever you want. Is that right?
I muted him. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to unmute you so you can prevaricate. John, have we changed your mind about our beliefs?
Right. Because this is why I asked this. If we can't change your mind about what we literally believe, how can we change your mind about these way bigger abstract concepts? It's just not going to happen.
Well,
conversation goes both ways.
Yeah.
You have to listen to us. Otherwise, you're just preaching. And we don't do that here.
John, did we change your mind about our beliefs?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Let us know in the comments section below.
Or let us know right now. He's unmuted. Come on.
Oh, he's still on. Okay.
Yeah, he's still on.
Oh, I thought you dropped him. Sorry.
John, speak, friend. Oh, he's muted.
Wow.
I don't think I did it.
Wow. Yes, you did.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you have the controls right now, bud.
John, I apologize.
Yes.
Have we changed your mind about our beliefs?
To a certain extent.
Okay. That's
you
all
know
I
what?
know.
You know what? Let's
Small victory.
small steps.
Yeah.
John, call back or don't. And thank you for your call so much. All right. So, folks in the audience, how many of the people out here would consider themselves to be, as John might put it, woke? Raise your hand. Okay.
A couple people.
A few people, not everybody. Okay. How many folks out there believe that all white people are evil?
There's some white people.
I
expected that response.
One
honestly,
or two.
Johnny. I expected that.
Yeah,
you gotta.
How many people out there in the audience believe that no black people should be bound by the laws of our nation? Oh, there's nobody.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, John, you back to the old drawing board with you, huh?
Yeah, it's just, again, straw man arguments, right?
Yeah.
And look, John has called into the show before. I'm honestly surprised you took him. I guess you hadn't talked
Well,
before. But
I don't think I have. I think I might have.
It's it's always going to be that way with some folks. It's just, they just want to talk. They don't want to listen.